Hi guys, Vechs here. This video is dedicated to one of my patrons, One Dude. Thanks for your support, and this video is just for you. This video is about loot tables and attributes and how I'm using them in Super Hostile Online, and will be using them in single-player Super Hostile maps in the future. I am quite fond of custom loot tables as players of Super Hostile Online, which is only $5 a month on Patreon. You guys know that. So let's take a look at the new loot table for the slime. So I tried recording this once and it actually failed. I alt-tabbed, and as soon as I alt-tabbed, Fraps turned off. And so I read out my whole spiel about the loot tables and didn't get recorded. So let's do this again. Repeat myself. All right, so I'm going to throw up on the screen here the loot tables, what I'm looking at. I would recommend that you use a third-party editing tool to help you make loot tables. You can obviously type them out manually. So where do you put the loot tables once you do make one? Well, it's your world file, and then data, loot tables, Minecraft, entities, and then the monster name, so slime.json. The Minecraft wiki has a breakdown of that. It's just minecraft.gamepedia.com/loot_table, and it will show you where everything goes. So I'm not going to get into that. That's on the internet for you to just look up. Alright, so the loot table itself, well, you start with pools, and then you get your brackets right, and then you have two entries here. The first is rolls, and that's means how many items will the monster drop or will be in the chest, because you can do this for chests too. And I could actually have a chest that gives the slime loot table. You can call a loot table to be used from anywhere. You just type in the file name, the pathway to it. The fact that the slime.json file is in the entities folder is just a formality. I could make a chest and call slime.json from entities and have a chest that drops, that stuff. All right. The second value is bonus rolls. Now this is per 1 point of luck. So for every point of luck attribute that you have, you'll get this. So that means that if you are, so the worst case scenario is you kill a slime and it drops 1 item. The best case scenario is you kill a slime, you have a point of luck, you get 3 for your roll and 2 for your bonus roll. The slime drops 5 items. Now beyond that, you can have a quality value on each piece of loot, and that basically gates it behind luck. And there are some enemies, there are a lot of enemies actually, when you equip yourself with luck items in SHO, they will drop things that you can't get otherwise. So they have like this normal loot table, and then there may be true loot table, if you want to think of it that way, that you can only get with luck. So let's look down here. So first item, Minecraft gold nugget. It's type item, obviously, weight 2. So what that means is that's how often it drops in relation to the other items. Let's take a look at the slime ball and the first leaves. So weight 1 versus weight 3. If those are the only 2 items it drops, and you go and kill 10 slimes, you should get, probably 2 to 3 leaves and about 7-ish slime balls. It'll be a 1 to 3 ratio. So for every 1 leaf that drops, you would expect to get about 3 slime balls. So that's relative. Or if you looked at the experience bottles and you killed 6 slimes, you'd expect to get 2 XP bottles, 1 leaf, and 3 slime balls. So that's how the relative weight system works. So the lower the weight number, the less common it is, and the higher the number, the more common it is. And frequently, I've just adjusted the weights of some of the more common items, and that's all you need to do is just turn up the weight value on gold nugget, and then suddenly everything else drops significantly less often, and you can tune the loot. So let's take a look at the loot here. What actually is it? Well, so my rationale is that slimes are this sticky monster that crawls on the ground and hops around everywhere aimlessly, and it's a trope in most RPGs that slimes get things stuck in them. And because the slimes have been crawling around on the ground, there's all kinds of stuff that it picks up. Now you can only see part of the loot table here, but I will tell you they drop gold nuggets, experience bottles, slime balls. They drop all the leaves. They drop sticks. They drop brown and green clay. They drop all the wooden slabs. And they do drop the dead bush. They drop cobwebs, feathers, bones, flint. And then they drop 2 other items, which I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to be coy about it, and you can kill them until you can figure out what the other 2 items are. Yeah, and what's common? Flint's going to be a common drop. Feathers are common. And the other stuff, usually most of it has a weight value of 1, so it's less common. Sticks are common. So slimes, actually, enough, because they drop sticks, flint, and feathers, are going to be a good source of homemade arrows. Alright, so let's put that away for now, and let's just see the custom loot table in action. Let's put down a slime. Hey, slime! You must die for my research. Boop! 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 Oh, no! Okay, well, if you're observant, you now know what one of the items is. So let's kill another slime. Yep. So the slime's been crawling around on the ground, and the drop table is just kind of stuff that you would find on the ground in the wilderness, and also slime balls. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good loot table for them. Oh man, we're gonna get so much stuff from this guy. Come here. And I think it'll make slimes fun to kill. They're kind of like these little loot piñatas. They just explode. The stuff they drop is not, it's not super valuable. It's mostly decorative items, and that's usually what I go for. Is damn it. Oh well. Is that a lot of the stuff is decorative items, and it's a cool thing because Minecraft. One of the draws of Minecraft is decorating your base and making it look friggin' awesome, right? And you can buy property in SHO, and you can have a base, and then you can show off to your neighbors all the cool stuff that you found. I'm going to borrow one of those, please. I hate working with barrier blocks. They're so annoying. Alright. I would like a Trailblazer charm, please. Thank you. And let's stick that in my offhand. So now I have +1 luck. We have engaged the luck attribute, and it's amazing, and it's awesome. So let's put a slime down here and kill it. So there's 3. So that's not immediate evidence of the luck functioning. Don't need these now. Let's see if we can get a nice... Oh my gosh. We're going to clean up today. Oh, this is going to be nuts. Whee! I think can you burn? I don't remember. Can you burn leaves? Do they have a fuel time? Can you use them as fuel basically? I don't actually remember. Next Minecraft for this. No. You can cook with these though, and the sticks. Can you cook with these? Meh. So you have some appearance stuff here. I think if you put this down, Can you put this down? Oh, you can put it in a pot, right? Is it a flower pot? Yeah. No, you can't. I might just remove this from the loot table then if it's completely pointless. You can't seem to place it in... Yeah, okay. I'll do that later. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'll replace it with something and I won't show you what it is and you can actually have a surprise because it was beetroot soup and apple. So, I'll add something to the slime loot table that you guys don't know about. But I love the... So you can see with loot, this thing, this Trailblazer charm, it... the luck basically lets you get more out of your work. Now, there's some enemies, like I said, that you have to have. Oh, there's a cobweb. Nice source of cobweb for base decorations. So probably not the best monster to farm for gold or experience, but there's a lot of cool items here that you can get to use and decorate your base with. Quartz slabs for one, and then all the different colors of wood slab to use. So it's kind of neat. And if you're out in the wild and you need some building blocks, you could probably, because you can use these as building blocks. You can just stick them down, and the slabs as well. And from a flavor standpoint, like killing slimes and getting clay, wood slabs, and leaves to build like some base for yourself out in the wilderness, it's gonna look like something thrown together out of like dirt and sticks and crap, right? It's gonna, you know, look the part of, except for maybe the quartz, but you probably wouldn't use the quartz. You'd hoard that for yourself and be like, oh yeah, I'm taking that to my base back in the city. So yeah, I should make them drop flower pots. Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. I'll make them about something else. I'm not happy with this. This is pointless and useless. I want everything to be useful for something, even if it's just decoration. I mean, I shouldn't say just decoration. I'm sorry. Decoration's actually a big draw. That's something I've been doing in the dungeons is that there's dungeon blocks, and they're part of the loot of the dungeon. That's my intention, is that you go into a dungeon and mine it, and you see these unique blocks that you haven't seen anywhere else, and you take them and you can take them back to your base and decorate with them. And then the thing about that is, the cool thing about that is it's kind of like a trophy. Players that see your base are like, oh wow, he's got those blocks, and they come from this dungeon floor, and that's a hard area to get to, and that's pretty cool. So you can kind of, you know, show other players your accomplishments. Yeah, because I want to have SHO have a lot of longevity, and I'm thinking, you know, of a very large game world. You know, at least 50 dungeon floors, and we're on not even 10 yet. So I have to have room for the loot to get slowly better the deeper and deeper you go into the dungeons. That's why you haven't even seen diamond yet, and I think iron armor has been very rare to find. That's why I changed the difficulty back to normal. Is because I've had a big problem with regional difficulty. It was making monsters spawn with the regional difficulty was making monsters spawn with armor that I didn't want players to have such easy access to. Like, monsters were spawning right outside the city with sometimes really good armor, and they dropped them, and it was just like, you didn't have to go anywhere for that. You just killed something right outside the city gates and got some of the best armor in the game, and that was pretty stupid. I do have a pretty big complaint with Mojang. We have no control over the regional difficulty. We don't. It's local difficulty 1.97 right there. And that is just... that should be an option in the server file to force a difficulty. Or to just disable regional difficulty as a thing that, you know, happens completely. because the natural spawn zombies, I can't really, like, even if I mess with their drop table, they can spawn with armor, and I can't really stop that too well. So yeah. That's the issue there. And Mojang's made no allowance for messing with the regional difficulty. I think you might be able to do it with... What would really be nice is no, like even if an MC edit filter to quickly just do the whole map back to 0, like it's still going to keep building up. You can't stop it basically. So yeah, so that's a gripe. That is a pretty big gripe I have. I would have liked the server to be on hard, but that scales the regional difficulty up too much. And actually, hard actually rewards the player more. So, but anyway, I might work on something where for like a few seconds on a clock it's set to hard so that you could starve to death still, and then it'll go back to most of the time will be spent at normal difficulty, and then like 58 seconds is on normal, and then there's 2 seconds on hard difficulty, and that's long enough for your hunger to tick once and kill you if you were bottomed out. I might do something like that. So anyway, so how does let's talk about the custom attributes. Luck is going to be the big one. I mean, there's other stuff you can do, but luck is the big one that I was really interested in. And it just take a look at some zombie drops, I guess, while I talk. So you can see custom drops and zombies here. Probably decent for farming gold, I suppose. I like the I do like the spider drops. I'm always happy to kill spiders because of the steak. Give me steak. I require it. There's one piece. Oh, very generous spider. Wow. Dropped armor for me. It's pretty cool. But with the luck, the really big thing I can do is have different types of loot that you access by getting higher values of luck. And what that does is, from a gameplay standpoint, as a map designer, I have an area, and it's got monsters in it, and the player comes through it and kills the monsters and gets some loot and then leaves. Then the player goes and finds a luck item, and then there will be more luck items coming, by the way. Keep in mind, from my point of view, we are still very early in SHO. Loot needs to be kept more low-powered right now. But there will be more ways to get luck stuff in the future. Like I said, we have like, what, 4, 5 dungeon floors right now, and I'm shooting for like at least 50. So it wouldn't make sense to have like all kinds of awesome stuff. Like, if you're on floor 5 out of 50, it makes no sense for you to find like really high-end loot in that floor. Like, it should start showing up around like 10 or 20 or 30 or something, you know? Anyway, but let's say, okay, so the player goes through area A and goes to area B and finds a luck item and is using it, and suddenly discovers that stuff is dropping stuff he hasn't seen yet. So he's like, well, he goes back to area A and kills something there, and suddenly it drops something that he couldn't have gotten otherwise. Or maybe he could have gotten it, but it would have been like super, super rare. But now it drops more reliably with the luck charm. And he's like, wow, this is pretty cool. So basically, it let the luck, from a gameplay standpoint, it lets you go back to old areas and access new loot tables. Which, to me, that's pretty cool. Playing Super Metroid, playing Zelda, playing Castlevania. Well, not the original one, but the Symphony of the Night. One of my favorite games ever is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So good. you know, that's why they call it Metroidvania, right? Like, one satisfying thing is to backtrack over areas you've already been through, but be a more advanced character and be able to do things that you couldn't do before. One of those is accessing stuff you couldn't access. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I like it, and I think other people like it. And I like monsters that drop loot, like good loot that doesn't suck. Because let's be honest, the monster drops for vanilla Minecraft, they sort of kind of suck, right? I mean, you go kill a zombie and it's like, ooh, you got a piece of rotten flesh. Gotta get that rotten flesh. Maybe if you're lucky, he'll drop an almost broken iron shovel. Oh, wait a minute. Don't worry, Timmy. Here comes a rotten potato. Ooh. So, yeah. Like my monsters, they drop armor, weapons, gold. And the thing is, like the gold in the vending, I love the gold in the vending machines. I love the shops, and there's several ways to do currency. And now I'm getting outside the purview of this video, but I could have used scoreboard points. A very abstract way of doing it, and I think a lot of people did do that. I've never seen somebody using my vending machine system the way I did it. And the important part is that middle the middle block that has the error checking. Oh, and this is if you're wondering, this is a old copy of SHO. That's why there's not like stuff everywhere. Well, let's go check out the vending machines. Is there one in here? Just look at a random vending machine, and I'll show you what I mean. So let's have some. No, I don't want that. Go away. This, yeah. All right, purple dye. Cool. All right. So basically, my first type of vending machine was /clear at p r equals 4 Minecraft gold nugget, any data value, and then 1. Oh, the last person that shopped here was MathWiz. Hi, MathWiz. Getting that? What you getting the purple dye for, buddy? And then, so it would have had like, let's just pretend. You know what? Let's not pretend. I got this. Watch this. Let's just make a shop real quick. There we go. Gotta make it conditional. Actually, you know, let's just screw it up. Let's make it wrong, okay? And let's make this cost 1 gold nugget. You gotta die. Cool. Okay, so we just made a new shop. All right. So this is basically the first type of shop. I click it. Oh, and I get purple dye. I click it, I lose a gold nugget, and I get a purple dye. I lose a gold nugget, I get a purple dye. Sweet. Okay, great. That works. No problem. All right. Let's get rid of our money. Let's get rid of that money. All right, we're out of money. Oh, I'm getting purple dye for free. This sucks. The shop's broken. What's wrong with it? Okay. First one is this is unconditional. Redstone signal comes down the chain, activates this. This doesn't need redstone. It's always active. But it was unconditional, which means it's going to happen no matter what. All right. So basically, this last output was could not clear the inventory of Vechs, no items to remove. It failed. Even though it failed, this was unconditional, so it went along the chain. Let's make it conditional. Now, oh, it failed, but because it failed, the chain's not going to progress, and I'm not getting jack crap. All right, cool. All right, let's go break this thing another way. All right, this is going to be, all right, we're going to charge 10 gold nuggets now, and you're going to get 10 Minecraft dye. You're going to get 10 dye? Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Oh, look at that. That is awesome. We're being efficient. We're buying in bulk, saving money. This is great. Woo! Oh, I'm out. What a shame. If only I could shop here and get 10 dye. Well, I mean, it won't give me, if I'm out of money, it won't give me dye, right? Yeah, okay, cool. All right. But there's a critical problem. There's a lethal flaw with this. You know what? Want to know what it is? Watch this. Uh-oh. I just bought 10 dye for 1 gold. That is not the shop's intention. Do you know what happened? All right. So basically, this command does not clear 10 die. Oh, it will, if it can. Think of it, if you read this out in your mind, logically, it's clear at P within 4 blocks, Minecraft gold nugget, any data value, that's -1 means any data value, up to 10, up to 10. So it cleared up to 10, so it reports success and it moves along the chain. So that's the critical flaw with that, and I'm pretty proud of myself with how this turned out. And this is the error checking block right here. Not error checking, I'm sorry. Fraud? Yeah, fraud checking. Okay. So the way you fix the problem with the gold nugget is we're going to go buy purple dye. It's 5 gold. Well, let's say we only have 1 gold. Wah, 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 wah. Right? So I'm pretty proud of myself for coming up with this. I've never seen this setup before, so I think I came up with it. I could be wrong. Somebody else could have done it first. I mean, it's not really important. I'm just quite happy. Quite chuffed. I'm chuffed. I like that word. I'm chuffed with myself. Thank you, British people, for chuffed. It's a good contribution to language. Alright, so you buy the thing here, and it takes 4 from you. This one in the middle tries to take 1. So if you come up here with just 1, you get 4 taken from you. It advances the chain, and then the fraud checking command block here stops the transaction, because if you came with 1, it just took 4. You're down to 0. You can't take 1, and then you win basically. And then it gives you your thing. So that's the system. So anyway, that's basically it for this video. I didn't mean to get talking about the shops, but I don't know if I've actually talked about them yet. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I'm kind of a derp sometimes, but that's okay. Y'all still love me. So yeah, that was this video. Thank you very much, One Dude, for your support, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, take it easy.